busier this week with over 400 companies expect to report. What are the big caps you should be watching? I pulled out 5 to start the week. There's many companies that will be on everybody's radar. Some of these are the Fang Man, so we're all going to be tuning in. So let's dive right in and see what they are. So we're going to kick it off with one of those Fang Man stocks, Microsoft, ticker MSFT. And look at this chart. They haven't missed in 5 years, even during the pandemic. So very impressive earnings surprise track record. Not many companies have this kind of perfect track record now that we've had the pandemic, because a lot missed during the start of that pandemic, but not Microsoft. And as you can see, shares have been on the tear, but now we are having this pullback here to start 2022. Looks kind of similar to the 2020 coronavirus sell-off here. There's the sharp decline down. Shares are still pretty expensive though, trading at 32 times. So that's going to be the question with some of the Fang Mans who have the good fundamentals. What will be going on with the valuations? How low will it go? And that's what I'm going to be watching with a lot of these that have the big revenue and all of that going on, and also tune in to see what is going to happen with those earnings revisions and what's going to happen going forward here in 2022, whether or not Omicron is really slowing the economy, or if that's just going to be temporary, or maybe Microsoft's not seeing it at all. These are all the questions for all these companies this week. Then we're going to turn over to maybe somewhere where you could hide out, at&t, ticker T. Now, I picked this one because I don't think I've really ever talked about it on the Earnings All-Stars videos. It has a pretty good track record of meeting or beating, and you can see that one loss right there in 2020, but barely, just 1.3%. So it's probably like a penny or something that they missed there. And they put together the 4 beats in a row. Now, these shares bottomed out before all this big sell-off happened down here. And this was a 10-year low on these shares. So they're still cheap, even with this bounce, and they're trading at about 8 times. They're up about 8% when I'm recording this video here in 2022. So it's one of the few stocks that is actually in the green here in 2022. It's kind of a place to hide out because they are still paying that dividend, yielding almost 8%. So this could be a place, again, that some investors are going to maybe want to hide out, get the dividend. Most of the sell-offs already happened. So this is going to be one that I'm going to be watching just for safe haven possibilities. Then we're going to switch over to another big growth name, Tesla, TSLA, of course, is the ticker. It's down 11% here in 2022, and it's gone back under that $1,000 level, but it has a pretty good track record recently of beating, which nobody cared about in the aughts, the back years here. It would have these big misses and everyone would be like, who cares? But the stock did nothing. Now that it's rolling out the cars in big numbers, the numbers are a lot better for earnings, and these big beats, put 2 big beats together here in a row. So this will be an interesting one to see if it can get any kind of rally off of another beat here, or if it's still going to have a bigger pullback still to go. Shares are extremely expensive on a PE basis, trading at about 110 times forward earnings here. So this is going to be, as always, one everybody's going to be watching. Then we're going to switch over to ServiceNow. I've talked about them several times since I discovered their fantastic chart. Ticker NOW, look at that. It's similar to Microsoft's. No misses in 5 years. Very difficult to do during a pandemic. Now, ServiceNow, if you don't know, they sell that Now platform. They have 6,900 global enterprise customers, their website tells me. So this is a service type company, but we're also getting that big sell-off here. It's down over 20% here in 2022 on this correction, but it's still trading at about 70 times forward earnings. So this was a growth stock extraordinaire, and it's going to come down a bit more because of valuation reasons, but This is still a company that has big growth, so we're going to see what they say this quarter. Then we're going to wrap it up in the medical area. Edwards Lifesciences, ticker EW. They beat 3 in a row, but have a pretty good track record, just these 3 misses over the course of the last 5 years. Pretty consistent. This is a big favorite for those who are investing in the healthcare area. They do heart disease. So they've always had very good numbers and the growth has been good. But as we know from everyone, the shares are down again in 2022, down about 13%. So is this a buying opportunity now in Edwards? It's still trading at 44 times. So we could see, even with another good earnings report, possibility of further pullback here. But for all of these companies, that is the risk this week. There's going to be stocks this week that we all own. I own Microsoft in this group of 5. I'm sure many of you do too, but there's other Fangman stocks still to come this week. And so we're all in this together. The earnings season, the Fed meeting, inflationary concerns, Omicron, Ukraine, everything is going on. So you don't want to miss a single episode of the Earnings All-Stars videos, because I'm still going to bring you those Earnings All-Stars, the stocks with the best charts, those that have consistent earnings surprise track records, some which you saw today haven't missed in 5 years. So this is what you want to tune into during earnings season. Get them all at zacks.com/YouTube. Follow me on Twitter or StockTwits. I'll be tweeting out all the charts there as well. And I'll see you again next time with some more earnings charts.